Hi, Maeve.
Hi.
What brings you in to see me today?
I'm just really overwhelmed right now because of the recent hurricane.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Have you been impacted?
Yeah, actually, I live right near the water.
Oh,
And so
no.
with all the flooding and just the winds and everything that happened, it really just kind of took a huge toll on my house.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
That must be incredibly stressful.
Yeah, it really is because I don't really know I know that there was a lot of destruction and that my house is basically unlivable right now, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to get back in there.
So there's a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get back in there, what the state of affairs is going to be in there, if everything that was, on the main levels or whatever was ruined.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds extremely anxiety provoking.
Mm-hmm.
Of course that's important, but where are you staying right now? Do you have a safe place to stay?
Yeah, for right now, I'm staying with my brother. He's letting me stay with him and his wife.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that you have a place where you can stay.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but I just don't know how long I can stay there because it's very small, and I'm just kind of sleeping on the couch right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds like that's adding to your stress level as well.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to burden them,
Mm-hmm.
They have to move on with their lives, and I don't want to really get in the way.
Do you feel like a burden to them?
Kind of. I don't really know if it's anything that they do. I think it's maybe more something that I just feel we're all grown adults and I shouldn't really be sleeping on their couch. I try to do whatever I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep the house clean.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure that they understand that you're under excruciating
mm-hmm.
circumstances, right?
Yeah, I think so. They definitely never say anything to me that would, make it seem like I wasn't welcome. It's
mm-hmm.
just I don't know how long this process is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking about, in the future, it's all the uncertainties.
Right.
Is really just overwhelming.
Now, do you have, other than your brother, do you have other sources of support, other family members that you could reach out to talk to or potentially stay with or just to express how you're feeling?
Yeah, I have a few other siblings. The only thing is that they don't live necessarily too close.
Okay.
But I can reach out to them and, even just talk to them about how I'm feeling probably
mm-hmm.
and see, what they have to say. I mean, in terms of staying with them,
mm-hmm.
maybe that could be an option. I would just have to figure out,
mm-hmm.
what's going on with my own house and
right.
see where that ends up.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you have many sources of potential support.
Yeah.
How have you been dealing physically with the disaster? Do you feel like your health has been affected at all?
I think that, the stress of the whole thing, it's just you can definitely feel it. It takes a toll on your body.
Absolutely.
I already have blood pressure issues.
Okay.
So I think that the stress may be affecting that. And then, my overall health, just, I just feel very just overwhelmed and tired, and I just kind of, I think the sadness just, takes its toll on
mm-hmm.
you.
Absolutely. And I think, one, it's important to know that that's absolutely normal. Like I said, it's an extremely excruciating circumstance. Yeah. And it's emotional, and those emotions can come out physically as well.
Mm-hmm.
But have you sought any medical attention for, your blood pressure?
I haven't, I have, in the past. It's just now, I had it under control before.
Mm-hmm.
But with all the hectic stuff going on and how I'm just trying to focus on day-to-day stuff, I haven't really found, time to seek out,
right.
medical help.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that may be something that we, want to keep in mind
mm-hmm.
as we move through counseling, just to keep that in check,
Yeah.
just because as things move forward and you try and figure out everything that you're doing, kind of picking up the pieces.
Yeah.
You'll want to keep your physical health in check. So, maybe seeing a doctor would probably be.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
An advisable thing for you to do.
Yeah.
So in terms of your house and your belongings, like you haven't been able to go back to it. You're still unsure of the damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the whole picture. I did try to get most of like the really important stuff out when I could, and then move whatever I could also upstairs. But like because of my age and I'm not the strongest, I couldn't exactly move everything. Right. And I only really had my brother to help me, but he's also older.
And how are you feeling about that? About having to leave things behind?
It's just like it's just so much sadness. It almost feels like grieving a loss of something that was just so dear to me and a huge part of my life, and all these different things that meant so much.
And it's not, I think that's completely normal. Grieving is normal. It's, you're losing material things, but, your home is filled with memories.
Yeah.
And it's just such a place of comfort. So I think that's completely normal.
Yeah.
And justified.
Yeah. It feels like, like the home, you put so much into it. It's almost like a reflection of yourself. So then when you lose it, it's like a part of you is lost. So that's just kind of, how I'm feeling right now. Like a little piece of me has just been destroyed.
Of course. But moving forward, like, have you sought any like resources to help you get, those things back and rebuild and create new memories?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really, I've thought about it. Like, I'm trying to, like, brainstorm things that I can do,
Okay.
Overall, I'm just kind of worried financially about that aspect and how I'm going to figure out how I'm going to rebuild everything that, I put so much work into it over the years, but now it's almost like I have to quickly rebuild it all over again. Like, that thought is just, like, it's like crushing.
Right, I know, on top of everything else that you're going through and having to process.
Yeah.
But there are resources available that we can put you in touch with. I know FEMA is one of them.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be one that we can keep in mind for you.
Yeah.
And put you in contact with, and they can definitely provide like some financial assistance for you. And whether it be like raising your house again or just helping you redo any part of your house, maybe they could help you out.
Yeah, I've heard of that before, but yeah, that's a good point. Like, that would definitely let me like breathe a little easier, knowing that there's someone out there who can help me financially, almost with like figuring out how I'm going to rebuild my whole life.
Yeah, absolutely. Aside from your family, I know you said you have other like relatives that live out of state. Do you have other support systems that you can like draw upon for resources to kind of like help you rebuild? Any other friends who may be affected that may know of resources?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty active in the local church community, and I know that they have been like putting stuff out in like the bulletin and saying, and like all the my friends in the church, they have reached out like little by little to like try to see if they can help me, and it's very helpful to like know that there are people there.
Yeah.
So maybe I could reach out to them if I didn't have anywhere to stay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that you should definitely keep in touch with your friends there. Use them as resources. And also, too, you are under a lot of stress right now. Maybe relying on, your engagement in church and like
Mhm.
your spirituality. Maybe that would help you
Yeah.
in your healing process and getting through
definitely.
this.
Yeah, when I do go to mass or like I'm able to just sit and like meditate on like, you know, the important things in life.
Mm-hmm.
It helps take away from like, you know, it's a loss of material items.
Mm-hmm.
Helps me to focus on things like that. I definitely should get there more often probably, and you know, just think about all of this.
Yeah. So moving forward, I think that it's important that you seek medical attention if you feel that you know, the stress is really becoming debilitating and affecting your, you know, your blood pressure, like you had expressed before. And we'll put you in contact with a few resources like FEMA. And you know, we'll keep you in contact with your support systems.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah, it does.
All right.